Well, let's take this outside, see how it does in the wilderness. Hello everyone, this is Charles BridgTec with another flashlight review, this time on an Energizer Vision 1500. Now the 1500 is referring to the maximum light output that this can do. Comes in this packaging here, see-through of course. Comes with 6 Energizer Max alkaline cells. That's how many it takes. Now you can purchase this from Amazon directly. So let's wait no further. Let's open this up, see what's in, show you the back here, letting you know here that you want to press and hold to activate strobe from any level. Not really much detail on the packaging itself. Kind of tells you here what it is there. Now the only thing that I could see here is at the very bottom of the packaging, 250 lumens on the lowest light output for 15 hours of runtime. Then you have the 1500 lumens at the 4 hours of runtime. Showing you the beam distance there, waterproof. Alright, so let's wait no further. Let's open this up and see what's in it. Well, that didn't work out too well. These packages are made to be destroyed. Literally. But this one's not doing too bad. No user manual in here. Kind of just tells you that it has seven modes of light outputs. I'll take all the batteries out here since they were the first things to fall out. Now I'm not a huge fan of this type of packing because, believe it or not, depending on the finish of the light that you have, sometimes it'll create little blemishes. Not scratches necessarily, but more like blemishes. Taking that all out. Alright. Okay. We got everything out of the package. So now we're going to go ahead and take a look here at the batteries that are included, which are the alkaline Energizer Max. These are a 1.5 volt cell. So that's nice that it comes with them. Now we're going to go ahead, take a look at the light. Now the body here has a design on it, but it's real smooth. It's not grippable in any way. So if this light gets wet, or if you got wet hands, could be an issue with holding it. Show that to you up close. Side switch. Got some type of yellow rubber seal here. I don't know if that comes off. Nope, not coming off. Got some information here. Pretty big light. So if it does heat up here, you're going to have plenty of area to hold it where it's cooler. Now the button here is almost flush with the body. It does stick out a little bit. Now it does have some flat areas here on the head. Style and design on this is nice. Can use it as a weapon if you need to. That is an interesting design on the body. And the machining and finish is very nice. I'm not seeing any issues here. Alright, so now let's go ahead and take a look here at the LEDs here. Now you can see the special optics on all three, but this one here is more of a diffused lens on it. It's going to make it more floody. Now I don't have literature on the LEDs, literally nothing in the package that is, so couldn't find anything on their website. So now let's go ahead and open it up and I'll show you the inside. And you have a straight contact there on the tail cap. A little bit of grease there on the threads. Now the springs down inside, can't see them of course, too deep there. But there is a contact piece here that I would assume that rubs on this plate here on the tail cap. So that's what that looks like. Alright, so now let's go ahead and get these batteries put in. Okay, now in order to get the batteries to go in there properly, you need to look here right on the tail cap. There is a series indicator on how to put those batteries in. All positives go down towards the head. So just in case you don't find it, I'm going to put them all down in there, pointing towards the head, positive side, just like that. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started here, putting it back together. Now, has a little bit of a rubbing feel to it because of that contact piece, so you want to keep turning it until it's tight. Alright, so now let's go over the UI. Shows 7 modes, so we'll go over that now. What you're going to do is we're going to turn it on. Wow, that's the highest output there, and that is pretty bright, 1500 lumens. Now as you can see, the beam here with all 3 of the LEDs on provides a nice huge hot spot there. A lot of bleeding. It's going to be more of a combination beam, probably leaning more towards the blood side, but it does have spill area here, goes out to the side, but it tapers off, and that's pretty typical for this type of special optics. Now my understanding, we're going to go ahead and press and hold to lower that light output, and that's the first stage of lowering the light output. Now this is all according to the diagram, and now as you can see, the 2 top LEDs are no longer functioning. It's kind of hard to show you on camera, but the 2 top LEDs are no longer on, so that cycles them down, and we're going to keep going down, and right there now you've got the lowest light output there. Beam is more of a hot spot there, and we'll see what ramps. Yeah, you can see both lights come on the top. When that blinks, they both come on, and now you can go back down. Those lights are not shining anymore. Really kind of hard to show you on camera, but and we'll keep going down from here, and that appears to be the lowest, and I believe that's the 250 lumens. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and try to double click, see what it does. Double click gets you the highest outputs. Okay, so now we're going to go back down through the UI, see if I can get the LEDs there. Top one's just shut off. Now we're going to keep going down. Goes back up. Try to get the lowest light output that can do. It's pretty interesting how the LEDs kind of slowly dim from the top to only run that bottom one, as you can see on the beam how it changes. Now the other LEDs come on there. That's again is turbo, and then triple click that to get strobe, and that is pretty slow actually, so it's more like a flash. And we click that one time to turn it off, turn it back on. Seems like it always comes on the highest level, so let me try, see if it has memory mode. Yeah, it does not have memory mode, so it always comes on the highest level. Again, showing you the light output on there. And that's all there is to this light. Pretty simple. I like the ramping feature. Now what you'll see is that the top LEDs, which have more of the throw, you'll see them start to dim and then shut off, and when it goes brighter they're back on again, and it eventually leads to just this one LED doing the majority of the real floody beam on that. Alright, well, let's wait no further. Let's take this outside, see how it does in the wilderness. We are out here in the darkness. Real quiet out. I don't even hear any cars in the distance on the freeway. So let's get started here with the Energizer Vision 1500. Now, because it's so bright on the highest output when it starts out, I'm going to start on the Tree of Life. See how it does. See there? Nice wide spill. That tree is 138 feet from where I'm standing, making the school. Not quite to those palm trees. Do a before and after here. Not bad performance, especially for AA cells. Now that tree behind it, the Tree of Life that is, 238 feet from where I'm standing. And even further than that to those trees. Impressive. Easily making it to the playgrounds across the park. Even that one over there. That tree there is 65 feet from where I'm standing. Tree line, fence line. Do a beam profile here behind my hand. Up and over and around. really large spill area. So alright, well, we go down to the next level here. If we click it quickly here, there's the next level down. It's still got some pretty good light output, and I'll show you how you can also tailor the beam by pressing and holding. Still making 138 feet with all the LEDs on. Alright, so now I'm going to turn the light back off, go back to the highest output. And there's the highest output again, 1500 lumens. Now we're going to press and hold and see how the tree of life changes. See how it's just more of a spot, and spill is drastically changed there. So we show it again there. Now you get all the LEDs on. See how the tree disappears, but the ground is still lit up. Now we'll press and hold again. Yeah, it's more of a spot. Still got good spill, but it really focuses on that one LED. Turn it off, turn it on, you've got them all. Alright, hope you enjoyed those night shots. Welcome back, hope you enjoyed those night shots. I've got to admit, I was pretty impressed with this light. And the reason why is that I have another mag light, and I'll bring it out to you now. And this one here I had done a review on, and I upgraded it to very similar type of LED. And this one here is 1,000 lumens. So with 1,000 lumens, the beam is extremely tight, but it's real floody, as you can see there. And that has a lot of light, but this here, it's just, and as you can see, it is brighter. So I was impressed with the beam, with all the LEDs on there over this one here. Now I wanted to keep this because I've actually forgot it was in a closet for many years, so I decided to do that upgrade. And I'm glad I did, because even though this thing is pretty heavy to carry for long periods of time, this one here is night and day difference in weight. And I'll bring out a 3-cell mag light that I have. Now this is an incandescent. Now this is what they call the xenon bulb. This was upgraded I think about 4 or 5 years ago. And so as you can see how tight that beam is, really a nice tight hot spot. It's got some pretty good throw on there, but it's literally maybe, I think it's about 50-60 lumens. So you've got this or you've got that. It just completely drowns that out. So if you do have an old mag light, I collect lights, so I pretty much keep them handy. I do keep the incandescent, just kind of use as a reference. This one here really was an improvement over the original incandescent bulbs. Now the 4-cell that I showed you just a second ago, that used a Teralux upgrade drop-in, and that was really a nice, amazing performance increase from that light. So we've got to give credit where credit's due. This is actually a pretty nice, well-built light. I'm not seeing any issues. The batteries, running 6 of them, of course, you can get these batteries anywhere, but they do tend to get expensive, so you might want to use a nice high quality rechargeable cell, and I think this will do well for most people. It is on the bigger side, but it's nowhere near the weight or size of those old mag lights. And I know a lot of people that still use those. So I want to thank Amazon for sending me this to review. Now, if this is something you are interested in getting, I'll leave a link in the description area where you can get this, and it'll be shipped to you pretty quickly. If you're a Prime member, you'll even get it quicker. Well, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please share, like, and subscribe. That way I can bring more of these Energizers to you in the future. Thanks for watching. Take care.